Hello friends! Today I'm gonna introduce you to one of my closest friends, Alina, who I'm not just celebrating her belated birthday with. Her birthday was 5 days ago. I need to show you the presents. I drew her something.
Wow!
It's basically me and her. Her and me. And I love it. And I baked her a super nice cake. You can find the recipe link down below in the description box. Back to the topic. Alina adopted a dog 2 years ago from Greece, and since then she's all crazy about dogs and animals in general. And since then she's spreading the message, adopt and don't shop, which I found pretty cool. But she took it to the next level and volunteered in a dog shelter in Bulgaria. And I wanna hear everything about her trip and her experience. Let's see what she's gonna tell us about it.
Moments later.
Awesome! We arrived at Alina's. What the fuck? Everyone has a lift. Except me. Liftless.
Happy birthday to you!
Wer ist denn da? Do it.
Okay. I'm a little...
And up.
Oh.
Back to the topic.
Hi, Gingy. You wanna be saved?
Model dog, model dog. How I already promised you guys, this is my dear friend Alina, and I know her since forever.
Since 8 years.
Since 8 years. What the heck? And now it's your turn to tell the crowd what you experienced in the dog shelter in Bulgaria. How did you find this organization?
Well, I went to my favorite dog store in Berlin. It's called Sonnenberg Berlin, because I had to get something for Ginger. And I saw this book. It's called Everyday Stray from Robert Altermoser. And the sales assistant told me that if I buy this book, that every money goes to the organization. So I thought, okay, great. I do something good. I like photography. So yeah, I bought it. And after that, I followed him on Instagram, Everyday Stray.
That gave you the motivation actually flying there.
I know, I saw so many bad things on his story, but also so many good things. And I don't know, I just had the urge to go there and yeah, to experience it on my own and to help. Because I always preach adopt and shop. If I go to a place like this and have the experience, it's not just a superficial statement anymore. Yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
It makes a difference. I think people can take you more seriously if you can say, I've been to a country like this, I saw the dogs on the streets, and I know what this sentence means.
That's why you decided, instead of going on a vacation, laying on the beach, drinking my cocktails,
2 shots of vodka.
I'm just gonna spend 1.5 weeks in a dog shelter.
I feel like I gave just a little, and it sounds maybe a little bit cheesy, but I got so much back. And I got like this experience which no one can take from me ever again.
Why did you make the decision to volunteer in Bulgaria instead of Germany?
I think you can compare a German dog shelter to a shelter in Bulgaria or Romania. It's two different worlds. Over here, I know they're protected. There are already a lot of people who are volunteering in German shelters. They take the dogs for walks, they have their donations. Every dog in a shelter is a bad thing, but if you see the shelters in Romania or Bulgaria, it's a disaster.
Two different worlds.
It's two different worlds. And I mean, in Germany you don't have street dogs. The dogs in the shelters, like I said, are protected. They don't get killed on the streets, because in Bulgaria some people just kill the dogs. You will never see an injured dog over here who doesn't get treatment like it's in Bulgaria or Romania.
What kind of work did you have to do?
I woke up, let's say, I think around 8 or 9. First we checked on the dogs, we gave them fresh water, food, and I cleaned the kennels. But it was actually just being around them and spend time with them, give them some love.
And attention. Attention.
Because Robert and his team, they don't have always time to sit there and pet them all day long or play with them because they have other things to do.
Probably is super nice petting the dogs all day long.
Playing with puppies.
Yeah. And where exactly did the dogs come from? Did they have owners before? Did they just stroll around the streets?
In Bulgaria, you can't pass a village without seeing a dog walking around. So the dogs in Robert's shelter, they are dogs who were very bad injured, who were sick, who didn't have owners, or if they had owners, they were treated very badly. He doesn't pick up every dog he sees because sometimes there are dogs who have their own little gangs and who are very fat, who are healthy. The neighborhood is taking care of them. They're protected, they live in a safe area, and those dogs are totally fine and have a good life.
What was the most heartbreaking story for you during the stay in Bulgaria?
Every dog I saw on the street was heartbreaking for me. I don't think people can imagine how it is to walk around on the street and see dogs running around or little puppies. I mean, you can't imagine that in Germany, so I think that's heartbreaking that, you know, they are trying to survive and looking for food and water. But probably the most heartbreaking story for me was with Mishu. But I had a special connection to Mishu.
Me too. She was sending me every single video of Mishu.
I was trying so hard to
convince me to adopt a dog.
He was a little gangster with 3 legs. He had a super cute face. He was like white. When I called him, he came ginger. Doesn't care if I called her. He was like very
needy. Yeah, but that's cute.
And his story is he had a car accident and his leg was paralyzed after that accident, which was good because he couldn't feel the pain, I guess, anymore. But there was like still blood coming out, and he was walking around with that leg for over a year because the man didn't have the money to pay the vet and his treatment. So when Robert and his team heard from him, they picked him up and they brought him to the vet, and his leg got immediately amputated. If I just imagine he was walking around with his leg for over a year, it's like
sad.
That's sad.
Where's the money coming from to pay the vet?
It's all from donations.
That means if you are not able to volunteer or not seeing yourself adopting a dog,
you could become a Patreon, for example, and then you can do like a monthly donation, and you can decide if you pay €5 a month or 10 or whatever. You can also do a one-time donation, well, a little bit like from the book. Again,
buy it. just buy it.
I mean, you don't even need money to help. You can just share it on your Instagram stories. If there's a dog who is looking for a home, just share his picture. It doesn't cost you anything, and yeah, it just helps a lot because you never know who maybe sees this picture and thinks, oh, that's my dog.
I saw Mishu a couple of times. That was crazy. You advertised him so hard. If people actually want to adopt a dog, how much does it cost?
Well, you pay a protection fee, which is €200 always. But this €200 also include like all of their shots. They are dewormed, they have their ship, and they have a passport. They have basically everything they need to be able to travel. And then you pay, yeah, for the travel cost, which is also like around about €200. So let's say €400 in total. Maybe sometimes also a little bit less.
Okay, so around about €400.
Yeah, I would say €400.
That's pretty cheap. For how many dogs did you provide a new home during those 1.5 weeks?
Well, for one.
I had a cute one, the little one.
Yeah, it was my co-worker. I knew she wanted a dog, and she was planning on buying a dog. I said, wait, I go to Bulgaria, maybe find one for you. And yeah, he was like a little bit of a loner, and she fell in love, and now he's in Berlin already, and yeah.
Would you do it again?
Yeah, I will do it again, and I will do it again, hopefully, because I think I gave just a little. I mean, I gave my vacation, which I think it's nothing, and I got so much back. I got the experience, which no one can take from me. So many people told me, I admire what you are doing, and I saw the happy faces from the new owners. I actually went home with 2 dogs who also found their forever homes, and I saw the new owners seeing their dog for the first time. And yeah, I think those are things which are like very
priceless.
Yeah, and you feel like I felt so empowered and full of love afterwards, and I think a vacation on the beach would be just a vacation on the beach.
It's not giving you the same impact.
Yeah, it doesn't change you, and I think it changed me for the better.
I know her for 8 years. And those stepping stones you set within the last 2 years since you adopted Ginger are massive. It's crazy how much you grew and how much you found your path. Yeah. And this is something I also recognized and realized, and that's why I also wanted really that people get to know about this project, because I felt so much better after hearing her on the phone. I think it's worth it talking about it and spreading this message. Okay, I think that's about it. Thanks, Alina, for your time. Thank you for sharing your story.
You're welcome. I know a lot of people who are buying a dog from a breeder, and I don't want to judge them, because I can understand, like, if you want, let's say, a golden retriever because you think it's the cutest dog ever. I just want people to at least consider adoption. You know, look at different organizations, there's so many, and just have this in your mind before you are going to a breeder.
You can find like the links for the organizations down below in my description box. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please give us a thumbs up. Support the organization Everyday Stray, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Mwah! Bye! Bye! La 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 la!